Yo, what's up? It's me, E, bringing you another Tito CEDH gameplay. So today, we'll be joined by Tito Ian, who's going to be piloting his Yawgmoth Throne Physician, Tito Dino, who's piloting his signature Urza High Artificer. We're also joined by Jerick, who's piloting Godo Bandit Warlord, and myself, piloting my favorite Kaalia of the Vest. Right? I will not be discussing the strategy. I will, however, do a quick notes whenever one of the Titos have won and what was the strategy employed or the infinite combo that was deployed. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and here's game 1. Ian will be starting us off in this pod number 1. He's playing Yawgmoth Throne Physician, and his opening hands are Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, Desecrated Tomb, a Swamp, a Witch's Cottage, Dark Petition, a Phyrexian Walker, and a Polluted Delta. Jerick is playing Godo, Bandit Warlord, and his opening hand is a Ballsy Keep, one Dire Fleet, Daredevil, Ironcrag Feet, Jeweled Lotus, one Dwarven Ruin, Chalice of the Void, and Final Fortune. Dino is piloting his signature Urza, Lord High Artificer, and his opening hand is one Gitaxian Probe, one Snow-Covered Island, a Winter Orb, Windfall, a Swan Song, and a Wasteland. He mulliganed down to 6. Right. I'm doing Kaalia of the Vast, and my opening hand is one Red Elemental Blast, one Gamble, one Sacred Foundry, a Swamp, Dual Caster Mage, one Wear and Tear, and a Badlands. Here we are at game 1, and it's Ian's turn. He's playing Yawgmoth, draws a card for turn, plays a Polluted Delta, wondering what he's going to fetch, and that's a Swamp. Classic. Alright, Ian taps that Swamp and then casts a Duress targeting Dino, the only blue player on the field. He then discards the Winter Orb. Oof. Nice. He follows it up by Phyrexian Walker. 0 to cast, 0/3. Flavor text. Love it. Jerick's turn, he draws a card, plays a Dwarven Ruin, and contemplates a little bit, passes the turn. Dino's turn, he drew a card, he now plays a Snow-Covered Island and casts a Gitaxian Probe, probing Ian. Oof. That's a quick retaliation right there, but not really that bad. He draws a card from the Probe, contemplates a little bit, and passes the turn. My turn, I play Badlands and contemplates a little bit. What I'm going to do? Oof. I did a gamble. I don't have any demons in my hand, so I search for Villis. So that when I play Kaalia, I got something. Since it's a gamble, I need to discard something in random. They roll a dice, and it came up 4. So I'm going to discard that card. It's a Swamp. Nice. I'm happy about that one, and I'm going to pass the turn. Ian's turn. He untaps, draws a card, plays a Swamp, and passes the turn. It's Jerick's turn. He draws a card. He plays a Cavern of Souls, naming Human. And now he follows it up by casting a Chalice of the Void for 1. Oof. This is going to be spicy. In response, Dino casts a Brainstorm, draws 3 cards, and puts back 2. And then he takes the turn. Let's the Chalice resolve. Draws a card for turn and plays a Snow-Covered Island. He then casts his Ever-Flowing Chalice. Passes the turn to me. I draw a card, and I play a Scrubland. Passes the turn. Ian's turn. He plays Urborg, how fitting, and casts Ayara. Phyrexian Walker attacks, and we all lose 1 life. Jerick untaps, draws for the turn, and plays a Snow-Covered Mountain. He then contemplates and passes the turn. Dino draws for the turn. He plays a Wasteland. What is this? He taps and does a Windfall. In response, I cast Wear and Tear because I'm going to lose a demon, and I want to reanimate during my turn. Everybody, Wear and Tear the Chalice of the Void. Everybody counts cards in their hand. I have 5. I'm showing them the cards in my hand. And everybody's showing the cards in their hand and what they discarded. Nothing too spicy. And now we're drawing 5 cards. Boom. Everybody's happy with that result. So we're reiterating what we discarded. I have 2 lands, 1 red elemental blast Villis that I tutored for, and the copy Minotaur. I drew a card for turn. Played a plateau. And now cast a Ranger, Captain of Eos, searching for that 1 card. 1 casting costs. I search for a Children of Corliss, setting up for that Villis turn. And I pass the turn. Ian untaps, draws for the turn. He then plays a Reliquary Tower. Interesting. He now casts a Blood Chief's Ascension. Attacks Dino for 3 using Ayara. And attacks me for the Direction Walker. They both trigger, we lose life. Ian follows it up by casting Zulaport Cutthroat. Jarek now casts a Chromox, exiling a red card, of course. He now taps the mana and casts Treasonous Ogre. It resolves. He then casts a Mox Opal. He pays 15 life so that he can cast Godo, Bandit Warrior. He searched for Helm of the Host, going for that combo. We're looking for Dino to interact. There's no interaction. The host resolves. He then pays life again to attach it to Godo, and I think this is game and goes to town. So Jarek is demonstrating his combo loop. What does it do? So you have Godo Bandit Warlord, and it states that whenever Godo attacks for the first time each turn, untap it and all samurai you control. After this phase, there is an additional combat step. So you untap Godo, right? That means that you gain an additional attack step. However, the Helm of the Host states that at the beginning of combat on your turn, you create a token that's a copy of the equipped creature, except that it's not a legendary creature. So they both trigger. You gain another combat step, which then triggers Helm of the Host at the beginning of your combat, creates a fresh Godo, which then triggers that Godo additional attack step, and so on and so forth. So you can, in theory, attack a specific player over and over. So in this step, they would probably attack me. Godo's power is 3. So he can attack me exponentially, maybe 3 to 5 times, creating 3 to 5 Godos, and another Dino for 3 to 5 times, or just 1, and then finally Ian demonstrating the loop and the win. Alright, that's a very, very short game. It's kinda too short for me, so let's go to game 2. Ian still starts us off on pod number 2, and his opening hand is a Cabal Therapist, a Mox Diamond, a Chromox, Suffer the Past, 2 Swamps, and a Demonic Tutor. My opening hand is a Talisman of Indulgence, Felwar Stone, an Arid Mesa, Dual Caster Mage Still, Chromox, Razaketh, and a Dark Ritual. Dino also mulligan down to 5. His opening hand has a Snow-Covered Island, an Ancient Tomb, a Basalt Monolith, a Powered Artifact, and a Swan Song. Unfortunately for Jarek, on his game 2, he mulliganed down to 5, and his opening hand is 1 Pyrokinesis, 1 Snow-Covered Mountain, 1 Sandstone Needle, a Possibility Stone, and a Defense Grid. Alright, game 2 starts. Ian still leads the pack. He draws a card for turn. Plays a Swamp. Mox Diamond, discarding a Swamp. Chromox, removing a black card, and Lotus Peltile. And guess what? Turn 1, Yawgmoth. Yikes. Alright, and it's my turn now. Hopefully I can try to match that. I played a Arid Mesa, fetches for a Scrubland, so that I can produce black mana. Shuffle it up. Dark Ritual. Nice. Felwar Stone into Talisman, threatening turn 2 Kaalia. Dino's turn, draws a card, plays an island, passes the turn, classic. Jerick plays a Sandstone Needle. Passes to Ian. Ian casts a Cowbell Therapist. Attacks Jerick because he was Pod 1 winner. And Jerick responds with a Pyro, exiling Possibility Storm, targeting the commander, Yawgmoth. Yawgmoth dies. Ian responds or follows it up with a Mind Stone. Now it's my turn. And tap. Draw a card for turn. I play a Command Tower. And happily, I'm casting Kaalia of the Vasts, hoping that it doesn't die. A note. It's Dino's turn. He draws a card. Plays an Ancient Tomb. Oof. Don't do it. Okay. That's a Basalt Monolith. Basalt Monolith resolves. Passes the turn to Jerick. Jerick untaps. Draws a card. Plays a Mountain, so covered. And casts a Defense Grid. Nice. Defense Grid is nice. That's an advantage for me. And I believe Jerick mulligan down to 5. Yikes. Ian's turn. He untaps. Upkeep. Draw. He did not activate his Cowbell Therapists. And then he now casts a Demonic Shooter. He searches for Necropotence for this one. He's just going to... Yep, that's the correct way to tap the mana. Searches for the Necropotence. Put it in his hand. Shuffles it. He attacks Jerick for 1. And now he casts Necropotence, paying 7 life. Draw 7 cards at the end of the upkeep or end step. And passes the turn to me. I untap. Upkeep, draw. Happy that Kaalia is alive and I have a defense grid as a defense. Kaalia attacks Dino. Then activates the trigger. And I put in Razaketh. Still attacking Dino. Takes the damage in the second main phase. I tap mana to cast my Ranger, Captain of Eos. Search for that 1 casting cost creature, a goblin, which I immediately exiled to Chromox so that I can produce double red. I sacrifice Ranger of Eos to Razaketh to tutor. Then I tutored for Last Chance, casting Last Chance, and taking an additional turn. I better win this turn, or else I lose. I untap for my last turn. Right, that's exiled. I draw a card for turn. And would try to go for the combo win. First, let's tap some mana. I cast Entomb for black using that command tower and then copy it using my dual caster mage. It resolves because of defense grid. And I search for Dark Side Extortionists. And a Leonin Relic Warder. I think you see where I'm coming from, where I'm going here. And I sacrifice the dual caster mage to search for a reanimate. I target Darkside Extortionists, activating the Extortionists, extorting 6 treasures. I then sacrifice the Extortionist again, paying life as we go. Every time I tutor using Razaketh, I pay 2 life. And now I search for Animate Dead. Before that happens, I float mana, 1 white, 1 black. Sacrificing Kaalia as the last piece. Search my library for Corpse Knight. I cast that Corpse Knight. And then with the last 4 treasure, I crack the last 2 and casts Animate Dead, targeting the Leonin Relic Warder, and demonstrates a combo loop. Alright, seems like nobody has an answer. Waiting for it to all resolve and I win the game. So, to demonstrate the loop, what happens here is that the Leonin Relic Warder actually targets Animate Dead. It flickers out. because Animate Dead states that whenever it's not in play, your creature that was animated dies. So the Relic Warder goes into the graveyard. The Relic Warder then triggers its second ability that when it leaves play, it brings back the enchantment or artifact that it actually kept. It phases in again. Animate Dead targets again Relic Warder, and you see the cycle continues between Warder going in and out of the graveyard and into play. Because of that, Corpse Knight actually triggers whenever a creature comes into play. Everybody loses 1 life and I gain 1 life. Nice. Alright, that's it. 2 awesome games, 2 short games. And let's go to the wrap-up. There you have it. 2 back-to-back gameplays with different winners per game. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have enjoyed my CEDH content, please check out all of these videos here and here. And as always, stay safe.